get to go home. I'm still tired. The cats are tired too. We haven't even started.
One woman, one man, 2 cats. Will they make it home in less than 24 hours? Let's find out. For some context, we were in Edmonton so long, I was able to go get my eyes checked, they were able to make my glasses, and I was able to pick them up. We also became almost on a first name basis with the people at the YMCA.
Somewhere north of Fort Vermilion. We have about 60 kilometers to go to get to high level. And so far the roads have been fine. Noticed a lot more NWT plates, but nothing busy, but we'll see once we're north of high level.
I'm just noticing the smell of forest fire smoke. It's nice to be home.
Much needed.
All good trips involve a ZOA. When we evacuated, this spot was full of cars, probably like 20 to 25 different vehicles, with dogs walking, people taking a breath as we're just out of the active fire zone in Enterprise. You'll notice today upon our return, it's a lot calmer, so people are coming back slowly, even though we were allowed back starting yesterday at noon.
Got hit hard by the fire. These buildings don't show it yet. Actually, you can see up there, it looks like there's a fire truck going somewhere. We're approaching the area where it got hit directly, right here. So all of these businesses are gone.
The fire that we're driving through right now is not the one that caused Yellowknife to evacuate. This is the Hay River Kikisa fire that blew up the Saturday before we left and caused 3 different communities to evacuate a few days later. So while we were leaving, we had to go through 2 active fire zones, which was definitely stressful. And we're technically still driving through 2 active fire zones today, but the burn sites aren't anywhere near the highway at the moment, so that's good. So just for some geographical context, we are still about 4.5 hours outside of Yellowknife.
This is what it used to look like. We are in Fort Providence now. There is no one here. The last time we were here earlier than everyone else got here, and the lineup went back to about there. It took us about 20 minutes to get in. And then later that evening, the lineup to get gas here was about 4 hours long. And that was the day that Yellowknife evacuated. Wednesday, August 16th, I think. But yeah, today, there's no lineup. I was able to go get my windshield cleaned and get out of there right away. And the bugs are horrendous here right now, so I'm gonna get back in the truck.
Into the active fire zone.
All of this open, bare rock used to be covered in trees.
I know if you're not from Yellowknife, you probably don't realize how like shockingly different this is, but it's a huge change. Super impressive fire break. Good morning. We're taking a brief break from fighting the fruit flies that have infested our house during the evacuation to drive around and look at some of the new fire breaks, and they are super impressive. This is what this section of the road used to look like, and now here we are now. So these are some crews that are taking down the sprinkler systems that were installed over the last couple of weeks to protect from the various forest fires around Yellowknife. So here we have another fire break in the Niven Lake area. Normally this was all bush. They've had some time to make this look like pretty nice. So the town has a new fire break and also some fun walking trails, which leads you right down to Great Slave Lake, which is pretty cool. You also notice that while we were gone, autumn arrived, which is kind of fun.
So if you were to go back and look at our Yellowknife neighborhoods tour, we actually came to this very spot and I showed you a shot of a bunch of crushed rock here. That is all gone now. This is part of the fire break. I believe they might have had pipes running down that way, taking water in from one of the lakes over there. And yeah, now this is a fire break for all of the fancy houses over here in Grace Lake. This is Decho Boulevard. So this is the westernmost edge of town, and this was where the main fire breaks were built. And this is part of that system, not the main system, but part of it. And you can see here that, and you know, hundreds more of those were sprinklers that are currently being taken down because the fire is not a threat anymore, but there are tons of those set up along the entire perimeter of the western side of town. Good on all of those crews for doing all that work.